Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. In this video, we're going to take a look at what the universe wants you to know. So we'll look at what's been going on for you in the past. We'll see what's showing up in the current situation, what the universe wants you to know right now, and then we'll also look at the outcome. Do keep in mind that I have not attached a time value to this reading. So in other words, this reading is not for week XYZ. Try to look at this reading with an open mind in terms of when the messages land. During the reading, I will intuit a month that I think is best connected to this reading. The last thing I'll say is this could be for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter. It doesn't matter what placement. If you resonated enough to click on this video, there's probably a message here. So, all right, enough talking. Let's go ahead and let's get 3 cards. We got 2 more cards here. 2 more cards. And then can we get 1 more card? All right. So we have the 2 of Wands, we have the 9 of Swords, and we also have the 8 of Swords here showing up. So there's clearly been a progression of potentially fear, anxiety, worry that's been happening for you in the past. You're concerned about a choice that you have to make with the 2 of Wands. This person needs to decide between 2 wands, but along with that, they kind of recognize that they have, like, the entire world here is in front of them, right? They have the world in the palm of their hand. There's also another person involved in this illustration as well. The 2 of Wands might suggest that you should reach out for help. There could be somebody that can, really help you process this situation. Some of you may want to talk to a mental health therapist or a mental health expert. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so I can't diagnose, but if you feel like this is something that has been kind of brewing or coming in for you recently, then this could maybe be something, because you have the 9 of Swords, which I consider to be the mental health card. This person is stressed, they're anxious, they're thinking about the challenges here, which are keeping them up late at night. And lastly, you have this 8 of Swords, which you have the 8 into the 9. The thing about the 9 of Swords is, the thing about the 8 of Swords is the fears do not exist. Okay, they could easily get themselves out of their situation. But if they don't get themselves out of their situation, that progresses to the 9 of Swords, which is the fears kind of progressing to something else, right? So the other thing about the 8 of Swords is it can talk about self-imposed restrictions and kind of you getting in your own way here. Okay, so I think that this is about a choice in life that you have to decide on. What wand will you choose? What door will you go down? Or what door will you open? And I think that this is causing some anxiety here. Let's go ahead and let's start to clarify. So can we get 1 card for the 2 of Wands? Perfect. All right, so you have the Judgment card. I'll have to tell you, the Judgment card has been coming in for the collective here pretty heavily. Okay, and the Judgment card's big. It's Pluto energy. Pluto is a dramatic planet. It's a slow-moving planet, but the changes that come along with Pluto are deep. Okay, they're big. The Judgment energy is all about, in this case, for you, self-evaluation. Actually, it's interesting. The card that comes after the Judgment card is the World. And you can see that they have the World in their hand here, right? Some of you are so close that you can taste it. Like, you're so close to completing something that you can feel it. You can feel how close you are, and, sort of like you can metaphorically feel like you can kind of feel like you're at the World, which is the end of your journey in the tarot. Okay, you know that this completion's coming. But I would say like some of you are making or worrying yourself sick over making the choice or getting to the world, but it's like within reach is what I feel like saying. And the Judgment card, as I said, is about this idea of evaluating and deciding on what wand in this case is best for you. Can we get a clarification on the Nine of Swords? Okay, wow. So you have the Sun. Can we get a clarification on the Eight of Swords? Get one clarification here on the Eight of Swords card. Just does not want to come forward. Let's see here. There it is. Page of Swords. Okay. All right, so the Sun card for me is like the best card to find in the tarot. So right now I get a sense that this is more of a mental, this is happening at the mental level. This is not necessarily happening outside of you. Like, in other words, I think that you are storytelling here. Okay, I think that as soon as you pick the right wand, and I don't know what the right wand is for you. I don't know what the right path is for you. Only you know that. It's like Morpheus said, I can only open the door for you. It is you who must walk through. That's kind of how I feel here for you, which is, two or more doors have been opened, but, you have to pick which one's right for you. And, I think as soon as you walk through the door, you're like, well, okay, here we go. Made the right choice, And I also think you'll get out of this Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords energy. Page of Swords can say that you're taking a thoughtful approach here, okay? This can be somebody who's highly intelligent, who's really thoughtful. Some of you are afraid of disappointing yourself or disappointing somebody else. It's probably disappointing yourself. And then again, you have the Two of Pentacles here on the bottom, which again, weighing options, okay? You're weighing options heavily here. And to the point of like maybe rumination at this time. So let's go ahead and let's see what's coming in here in the current situation. So what does the universe want Capricorn to know at this time? Can we get 3 cards? Can we get 3 cards? Okay. All right, here they are. So these, too many, we don't need these right now. All right, so we have the Five of Wands, the Six of Cups, and we also have the Death card showing up here. All right, so I think you have to let go of what is familiar to you at this time. This seems to be a message that's repeating, that's coming in for me as the reader. I've been saying this a lot, letting go of what's familiar to you. I think it's the eclipse energies because I'm doing this right around the Scorpio new moon solar eclipse. And the Death card's the Scorpio card. So that's the thing with eclipses is it's like a clearing type of energy where it brings in big changes, like big, wider scale, broader changes in life. And, I think that there's something here about letting go of what is familiar to you, Capricorn, at this time. The reason I say that is you have this Six of Cups, which is something that feels like home or something that feels familiar, okay? This is your past. It represents your past in some respects. It also says stop and smell the roses, okay? Enjoy what you have now here. As you have the Six of Cups. Enjoy what you have now. You do have this Five of Wands. There's conflict here internally for you over this choice with the Two of Wands, the Judgment card, really in this self-analysis that you're going through, Two of Pentacles, weighing options, and then with these 2 Swords cards here, actually 3, really kind of creating inner turmoil or inner tension here. And I think ultimately it's because you feel this big change here. You know that you're going to be moving away from something that has been familiar to you, or you know you're going to be moving away from something that is, that has been a part of you for a while, And I think that this transformation, which is the Death card, this change it's probably a little scary, but ultimately it moves you into a transformation. Remember, we have the Sun card here, which came in to clarify this. 19, the Sun, 20, the Judgment. It's like, this is important, right? This choice that you have to make is important. And you know that. So let's go ahead and start to clarify now. Let's see, can we get one card here to clarify the Five of Wands? Can we clarify the Five of Wands? Okay, 2 cards. So, 5 Swords coming in to clarify the Five of Wands and the 8 of Swords. I have to tell you, there is, okay, here's what I'm going to say. Your energy system is a little jumbled, okay? The frequency, you know, the radio, you know how if you heard like a scratching noise on a radio, you know, it's like that type of deal, like on a radio, like an old school radio, like an analog radio. The frequency is not clear right now, and the reason is because there's disharmony internally. There's energetic disharmony here for you with the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. And it's because of all of this Swords energy. What does that mean? Well, Swords represents thoughts. You have an abundance of thoughts here, okay? And I think for some of you, you're fear casting. You're making up stories. Like you, in your mind, are fearful that this change that's coming in, this new start that's coming in, is going to be negative or inherently bad for you. That's what I think some of you feel. Or I should say think, okay? Think, because this is thoughts. Swords are thoughts. Let's clarify the 6 of Cups. Let's clarify the 6 of Cups here for you. Okay. It's this card. All right. You have the High Priestess. Okay. So the High Priestess is really like opposite from all of the Swords energy. The High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the tarot. It's also a mystery. The High Priestess is also a mystery. Okay, they don't reveal. The High Priestess might keep secrets. Okay, they don't reveal their secrets. The High Priestess is a mystery in life. It's intuition. It's anything esoteric. But there is this mystery here that might be. I think it's this change that's happening here. You have no way of knowing, like, what it'll look like, or how it'll wrap up, or like how it'll shape up is what I should say, or anything like that. Which, I guess I would say here, this is an example I've been using recently, which I like, which is, you're watching a movie. Do you want to know what the ending of the movie is before the movie ends? Like, do you want to know the ending to the movie before it ends? I would say probably not. People don't like spoilers, right? So, there are some things in life that are simply a mystery. And, I think I would expect the best instead of expect the worst, All right, I guess we have our 2 cards here to clarify the Death card, which is the Queen of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups showing up. So, Queen of Pentacles is really a practical, it's a grounded energy. You just have so many 5s here now showing up in this middle column in the current situation. The universe, here's the thing. The universe wants you to know that the change is coming. There is no question. 5, 5, 5. Okay, you have it. 5 Wands, 5 Swords, 5 Cups. The universe wants you to know the change is, there is change coming. And then on top of that, you have the Death card, which is even bigger change. So we have like a triple confirmation here, okay? But at the same time, with the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess, embrace the mystery, know that you will make the practical choice here. We might as well get a third clarification for the High Priestess. Oop. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups says don't miss out. What this is saying is this is about this disharmony here in your energetic system. Again, I don't say that to scare you, but I say this because it's very clearly connected to the way that you think something is going to happen. And there's no way of knowing yet. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Cups, which is total happiness here. Amazing with the Sun and the Ten of Cups. Like I said, I think that you will be pleasantly surprised about how this reading shapes up or interacts for you. Or interacts. What I should say is I think you'll be pleasantly surprised about how this outcome happens with the outcome of this. Like, I think, I think if this reading is for you, the thoughts are becoming a burden, and I think the thoughts are really, messing with your energy system, your energy body, and I do think that there's something that you could do to ground yourself here in life. I think taking a step back from needing to know exactly what this change is going to look like is going to be very important for you. Let's go ahead and let's get an outcome here. So okay, another 5. Wow. Another 5. Yeah, there's definitely change. Okay, wow. So you have the 6 of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So the universe is like not messing around here. You have the 6 of Cups here, you have the 5 of Swords here, you had them actually lining up here together. So the Knight of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles, this is a call to action for you. The Knight of Swords is a call to action. And in this case, I think it's pretty good because of this 10 of Pentacles, which is a major energy of abundance and rewards, material success, good family energy, or family situations. But I think that this is less about family. I think this is about you bringing something into your life here and taking action on that, okay? There's a big call to action here at the end. The outcome for you is there's a big call to action here. And, especially now that we had this 4 of Cups show up, there's something about you not missing the boat, not missing out. But the big thing on this is the action you're taking. It has to be different from what you're familiar with, okay? Like, this has to be something that you are not, like, something completely unfamiliar to you, I think. I mean, truly, I think that that's, like, what's coming in here. Can we clarify the 6 of Cups? Can we clarify the 6 of Cups? Clarify the 6 of Cups, please. Let's see here. 8 of Swords. I mean, confirmation after confirmation. Okay, this is the disharmony. Okay, you have the 8 of Swords in every row. Up here, right here, right here. Right? 3 different decks. This person is literally like trapped in their mind. Okay, they're so trapped in their mind here. And they need to take a step back. Okay, the solution is available. You need to take a step back and realize that the solution is available, the change is arriving, the change will shake out the way it needs to shake out. But I feel like what the universe wants you to know here in the outcome is to please make sure that your thoughts are positive at this time, okay? Negative thoughts are a net negative. Positive thoughts are a net positive. It's as simple as that. Let's go ahead and let's clarify this 5 of Swords here. You'll let go of this here in the future. You will let go. Can we clarify the Knight of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles? Too many. Let's take that one. 2 of Swords, yeah. Yep. 2 of Swords is, again, another blindfold card. You have a blindfold like in every column as well, because we have the 8 of Swords in every column, but now you have this as well. Just right now, for whatever reason, the solution is there, but the answer is, like, you can't know the answer for whatever reason. Sometimes that's the way it is. On the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Swords. Okay, don't fool yourself here. Okay, don't be foolish. Okay, don't fool yourself. Expect the best is what I feel like saying. Expect the best, okay? And can we get a time frame? January is what I heard right away, January. So that's, I think, the month closely associated with this. Just remember you have free will, so if you decide that you want to approach this tomorrow, you can approach this tomorrow. You have free will over the cards. You have caution, disruption, magic, happiness, and can we get one more card here? Pain. I'm going to take 2 more cards. Surrender. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, sweetness. Caution, disruption, sweetness, magic, happiness, surrender, pain. The pain is at the mental level, okay? The pain here is truly at the mental level. There's happiness all over the board. You can find it all over. The problem is it's tucked in between all of these swords cards, which in this case, these are some challenging ones connected to your thought pattern and your thought process. Disharmony in your energetic system because of an abundance of thoughts here. So, take a step back if you can. Do something you really enjoy doing, okay? Take a step back is what I feel like is what the universe wants you to know. And, the change is on the way. There's no question about it. The change is here. If it's not here now, it's on the way. And, it's one of these things where you don't swim upstream because, what's done is done or what's on the way is on the way. And there's nothing to fear, and that's this idea of surrendering, which you should just trust yourself, right? You should trust yourself to be able to work through any challenges that come your way. So this is what I have here for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.